na ang taong 2015 pero marami pa tayong ilulook forward to sa darating na 2016, lalo na sa larangan ng sports.
Sino-sino nga ba ang mga athletes at anong sporty events ang dapat nating abangan sa susunod na taon? Para sa usapan na yan, kasama natin ang basketball analyst and blogger, parang colleague natin si UAP na si Enzo Flojo, a.k.a. Hoopnut.
Sir Enzo, back
Hey,
on the
guys.
score for the second time this week. Grabe talaga.
In demand.
Naku, patay tayo dyan.
Let's start it off, Enzo. Isang mainit ngayon. We're right smack in the middle of the NBA season.
Yes.
Golden State Warriors, 29-1, kung hindi ako nagkakamali. How hot will they continue to be come 2016? And itong nilalaro ni Steph Curry, unreal ngayon. What do we expect next year?
Well, this whole team, their performance has been, like what you said, Marco, unreal. No? I mean, it's a three-point shooting team that should not be playing this well for this long. But they've defied all the odds, defied all the conventions of basketball that we know. And they're on pace, you know, they've only lost one game in 30 games.
Yeah.
So they're on pace to actually eclipse what a lot of people thought was the best team already, yung Chicago Bulls back in 1996. Yung kanilang 72-10 season. You know, if Golden State continues to play this well, you know, they're gonna have a much better record. But most of the tougher opponents will come January, February, March. Doon nila una makakalaban yung mga Thunder, Spurs. So doon makikita talaga kung gaano kagaling talaga ang Golden State.
Kobe Bryant, inanunsyo niya this season na it would be his last.
Yes.
What can we expect in the final games of the Black Mamba with the LA Lakers?
Well, I expect a lot more admiration and adoration for him from the fans, even if these are fans on the road. No? We saw, I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago, he had a game in Charlotte, the team that drafted him back in the 90s, and Michael Jordan gave him a touching tribute. And something like that, I think, is in the offing for him in every game na ilalaro niya in his last stretch in the
Parang
NBA.
swan song na
Yeah.
niya, no? Staying with LA Lakers, Filipino-American Jordan Clarkson naman. What do you think it will eventually be? He will be one of the stars talaga, go-to guys dito sa LA?
I think it all hinges again on how the rest of the season goes for him. No, he started the season as a leading scorer for the Lakers. Right now, he's behind Kobe in terms of scoring. But if he continues to play at a very good level, I think one, he'll get a good contract again from the Lakers in the offseason, and two, he has a good shot to be one of the building blocks for the Lakers' future, and hopefully for Gilas as well in 2016. Sana.
From the Lakers to Kobe, we go to another Kobe. Ating kababayan na si Kobe Paras
big news.
na pumirma ng isang national letter of intent to
Yes.
play for the UCLA. And of course, UCLA, when we think about that team, we think about the legendary coach, the late John Wooden, Bill Walton, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Kevin Love, Russell Westbrook. At ngayon, makakasama sa listahan na yon si Kobe Paras. What do you think about that coming into 2016? And do you think Kobe will have a good impact right away?
Well, it's definitely something to be very excited about. No? He's the first homegrown na high school graduate sa States and then directly recruit who can probably play as many as 5 years siguro in the US NCAA Division 1. So it's very, very interesting. Do I think he can make an immediate impact for UCLA? He definitely has the tools. No? He has the height. We've seen in his highlight clips, he has the leaping ability, the athleticism, the shooting even. So he has all the tools to be able to make an impact for the Bruins. But yung Bruins kasi, you can expect them to be a very stacked, talented team. So it all depends on how he meshes with all the other players on that squad.
So mula naman kay Kobe Paras and Jordan Clarkson, two players eligible to play for Gilas, hopefully. Talking about yung Gilas, we have to go through an Olympic qualifier next year, and
Yes.
so tough road ahead. Pero what do you think are the chances to make it to Rio?
Well, the chances will be multiplied if you have different factors going our way. One, if you have Clarkson playing, if you have Andrew Blatch playing, if everyone's healthy, and if we host one of those Olympic qualifying tournaments in the Philippines, and we have a very good chance to host it. If we do, then our chances of qualifying for the Olympics go up significantly. So if all those factors, come to fruition, wow, I'll be very, very optimistic about our chances.
Ano naman ang tsansa na makasama si Bobby Ray Parks Jr. sa Gilas Pilipinas lineup?
Well, right now kasi ang focus ni BRP, ni Bobby Ray, is to make it to the next level, to the NBA. No? And I think he has a pretty solid shot of doing that as long as he plays well in the D-League. kung di naman mag-pan out yun, he could always come back for the PBA and then eventually for Gilas. No? Personally, I hope he does play for Gilas. It'll be good for the team.
Yeah.
It'll be good for him as well. So sana he's able to fulfill his dreams in the NBA and find time pa to play for the national team.
Ito naman talking about yung kabatchmate halos ni Bobby Ray Parks, the phenom, Kiefer
Nako.
Avena, who is one of the candidates for the Gilas team. How do you think he will translate his game from the college level to the pros and even internationally, Enzo?
Well, a lot of basketball observers have already said na for Kiefer to be very effective in Gilas or in any PBA team he plays for, he has to be able to be comfortable playing the point guard position. And I completely agree with that observation.
Parang Terrence
Oo,
Romeo.
kasi kailangan talaga niya mag-shift. He's not big enough to play shooting guard, definitely not small forward in the pros or internationally. So if he can improve his playmaking, his ball handling, his decision making as a point guard, then his stock will rise even more.
Enzo, kung ikaw ay may hawak ng #1 pick sa PBA draft
Patay tayo
sa
dyan.
susunod na taon, sino ang pipiliin mo? Kiefer Avena, Mac Bello, Kevin Ferrer, or
Oh my God.
anybody else on the list? Sino ang pipiliin mo?
Oh, may
At bakit,
may
ha?
Mike Tolomia ka pa. May
Mike Tolomia,
Bobby Ray
oo.
Parks pa kung bumalik dito. May AVO pa siguro kung bumalik dito. Siguro depends on the team I'm handling and my needs. No? But if we're going on pure potential talent and potential impact, God, baka Kiefer nga ako. Kasi he has a talent, he has a skill set. I'm confident that he can translate his game as a point guard. And he has that X factor na when he
Winner.
goes on the court, he knows he's the best player. He believes it at least. No? And that's an X factor na you need when you move up to the pros, I think.
Pag-usapan naman natin yung pinanggalingan ni Kiefer, yung UAAP, and in the same breath, the NCAA, kasi parehong collegiate level. Talk about yung championship ng FEU and Letran, and what do we expect from the programs coming in 2016?
Well, these two champion teams will have, I think, contrasting paths in 2016. You have FEU na yung program talaga nila, proven na every year may papasok na bagong magaling dyan. Nakita na natin na doon sa PCCL, Mythical 5 si Ken Holtvist. And we can expect big things from this big Phil-European guy in season 79. Sa Letran naman, it's been very publicized. Ang daming nawala. Coach na nawala. They have many graduating players. So how they adjust to that new context is going to be a big question mark for the defending champion Letran Knights in next season in the NCAA.
Mula naman sa basketball, Enzo, pag-usapan muna natin ng konti ang boxing.
Yeah,
Manny
sige.
Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather, sa wakas, naglaban na sila. This year, Manny out with a shoulder injury. Babalik siya April 9, yun na nakaschedule. Tingin mo ba yun ang magiging huling laban ni Manny Pacquiao? And if ever, sino yung tingin mong gusto mong makita na makalaban ni Manny sa kanyang farewell fight?
Well, for me, his loss this past year, of course, was very debilitating for a lot of Filipinos. So I want him to get back on the winning track. And by that, sana, even if a lot of people are saying this is his farewell fight on April 9, personally, I hope na it won't be. I want to see more of him. I want to see him try to get back to the level that he once was at. And whoever he fights against, basta the important thing for me is he trains really well for it. He's in tip-top condition. Kasi yung laban niya kay Floyd, nalaman natin lang after the fact na may iniinda pala siyang shoulder injury. If he's 100% against whoever he fights against, I think he has a very good chance of winning, getting the attention of everyone in the boxing world again, going back on that winning trail.
Personally, Enzo, do you think there will be a rematch?
Ooh, I want to see it because I want to see Manny beat Floyd. No? But knowing Floyd and how he dodges, Manny Pacquiao and that kind of environment, I don't think it's gonna happen. I mean, he's always gonna hold on to that thing that I already beat him. So I don't need to prove myself again, and that's the kind of fighter he is.
So tingin mo, mananatiling retirado si Floyd Mayweather?
I wouldn't be surprised. Yes. Yeah, so I don't think he's gonna fight Manny again.
Alam nyo, super excited na ako for 2016 because we will have dito sa ABS-CBN Sports in Action coverage of NCAA Season 91 volleyball sa semifinals and the finals. And of course, UAP Women's Volleyball. Ano sa tingin mo, Enzo, ang mangyayari? It's Ateneo in both the women's and the men's divisions, defending champions.
Yeah.
Eliza Valdez playing out her final year. Coach Oliver Almadro and Mark Espejo, the rest of the guys, trying to go back-to-back.
It's going to be a lot of pressure for them. This is the first time that Ateneo's men's volleyball team is going to enter a season as the defending
Yes.
champs. So kakaiba yung pressure din ba by saying na it's one thing to win a title, it's a completely different animal to try and defend it, diba? So it's going to be the main challenge for those guys. For the Lady Eagles naman, they're going to go for a three-peat if I'm not mistaken,
Yes.
diba?
Yes.
It's Eliza's final year. Definitely she's going to want to go out with a bang, and they're going to have the targets on their backs. But knowing these Lady Eagles and how hard they train every single day, knowing Eliza's demeanor and how locked in she is, I think they're still going to be the heavy favorites to defend that title when the new year comes in.
To close it out, Enzo, what was your biggest sports story 2015, and who do you think is going to be the breakout athlete in any sport next year?
Siguro one of the, maybe the biggest for this year, aside from all the drama in the UAAP and the NCAA and the NBA, was Gilas actually, all the drama surrounding Gilas this past year, from not having all the players that they wished for, and then Terence Romeo being a star in Taiwan, and then falling short in FIBA Asia in a very spottily officiated championship game. That for me, as a big FIBA Asia basketball fan, that was the biggest sporting story
Close
for
to your
me.
heart, yeah.
Oo. But yung parang light at the end of the tunnel in that dark era or dark moment is we still have a chance to qualify in 2016. And like I said earlier, if all the factors, all of those things come together, we have a very good shot of making our first Olympics in a very, very long time.
Yeah, it's been a big year for Philippine sports in 2015, and it looks like it's going to be even bigger sa 2016. Pero tayo, nagpapasalamat kay Sir Enzo Flojo for being one of the most in-demand guests dito sa hindi lang sa The Scores, sa ibang sports shows also. Maraming salamat, Enzo.
Thank you so much, guys.
See you soon.
Thank you, Enzo.